this space, this audio format. This is Will Sims on the Who is Will Sims podcast. Thanks for tuning in if you're listening. I've been busy, put a bunch of new episodes out earlier this year. Really excited by those. I got to chat with some really cool folks, people I've played with a lot, people I've just started playing with, a lot of musicians I look up to, and make sure you go check those out. I've got a great follow-up interview with Brad Cox. I just did his podcast, his live podcast show, which was really cool. Got to perform live and do a live interview in front of an audience. Definitely a much different type of experience than what I'm used to. But it was fun. The live aspects are really cool, so make sure you go check out the Mouthful of Graffiti podcast. He's got a couple really cool ones over there. Especially the one he just did with Jimmy Haha from Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Really, really cool stuff that Brad's got going on. Speaking of stuff Brad and I got going on, Never Early Fest is coming up May 31st, 2025 at Power Plant Live. We're playing with a whole slew of amazing bands, including Deep Blue Something. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? That's Deep Blue Something. The Pie Tasters, Bikini Trill, Sponge. I really dig Sponge. Their song Plowed is friggin' awesome. When I wake up, some dream I made up. So that's really cool. Veer, Spring Heeled Jack, Carly Cosgrove, Kings of the Wild Things, Sumo Psycho, I want to say is what that says. A Skylit Drive, Emily Wolf. Got tons of friends playing this, including people in 13 Towers, Old Eastern, Schizocalypso, Distance to Dawn, Circuit Villains. I believe Weekends at Noon is on this, I believe. Yeah, I just did a show with them in December with Return to Dust, Hollowed Sky, Daniel Ingham, who's playing a songwriter showcase I'm doing later this year. No Promises, Nick Newberry's band, just put out some new music. Just did an episode with them, so check that out. So tons of great local talent on this festival, as well as some really cool headliners. Check out some of my recent episodes. Thinking about doing like some clips of sections of these episodes. Thinking about ways I can promote the podcast, because really, like, aside from the fun side of just chatting with my friends and, getting to know them a little better, the other hope is that I can get, some of these artists some more exposure, get more people checking out what they're doing, and continue to build this thing into a really cool community of musicians and artists that can support each other and work together and build our own little scene here and try to prop each other up. Maryland is a tough city. It's not like horrible. There's lots of places to go and watch music, but there's not a great audience for people who just want to go see the local bands and what they got going on. And I wish there was a way to for people to find, because I feel like there's definitely great local bands in every genre in the area, but it's trying to get your music in front of the right people that would come and see you again and support your endeavors and help prop you up and get you places, because You know, that's the real struggle of most artists in our, in our realm here. But yeah, so that's what I got going on with the podcast. Gonna try to, weaponize this thing a little bit more to make it a little more of a tool to grow mine and my friends' awareness of awesome stuff we got going on. Quite the wordsmith, am I? Anyways, so yeah, aside from that, I've had some really cool gigs in the books. I just did my second singer-songwriter series, which I'm hoping to do kind of on a semi-regular basis. At least like once a month would be nice, but just having a space where local songwriters can come and perform their songs for each other and other people that want to hear what songwriters in our area are doing. We did our first one at Rockwell Brewery in Frederick. That was really cool. And then we did another one at Fifth Company Brewing in Perryville, which was nice. Fifth Company's got a really cool space up there for local artists. Next one will be Sunday, June 1st at Fifth Company Brewing again. I got my friends my buddy Dan Houts on that, Brendan Bosmans, Hilly Jude, Bill Cazzo, and then I'm really hoping my friend Sayante, she lives in California right now, but she's planning to be in town that week, so I'm hoping that she will be able to come perform with us, and I think it's going to be a really cool show, and part of that show is an open mic portion at the end of it. So if you are an aspiring musician looking for a space to come perform your particularly originals, but if you just want to come play some covers in the open mic, that's cool too. It's just a space to connect, network, and start to build up, a bit of something in this area that I think it's lacking. And also want to shout out Manor Mill. They do a really cool singer-songwriter like spotlight / open mic type thing up there once a month. So look up Manor Mill. They're in Maryland. And if you're looking for another type of setup like that, they're doing really cool stuff. Other than that, let's see. I realized that one of my schedules had the wrong year on it. I've been promoting my shows for the year, but it still said 2024, so firing on all cylinders there. Got a pretty standard list of bar party gigs coming up. Nothing too crazy, but Saturday, August 23rd, I will be doing an album release show at hey, that's not on here. Saturday, August 23rd at Monument City Monument City Brewery. I don't know. I need some help. It's going to be called Brewer. They're kind of rebranding it to Brewers Haven because Key Brewing was another company in the area, and they just moved in there with Monument City, so they're thinking about kind of rebranding it to Brewers Haven. But that will be Saturday, August 23rd. Aside from that, I've got gigs in North Carolina, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, Pennsylvania. Just trying to get out there. Been keeping it busy. I'm in the process of releasing a new record, which was titled "Do You Feel Alive?" And I think that kind of sums up where I've been kind of the past month or so. Been having a little bit of an existential crisis of faith, whatever you would call it. Just been, kind of feeling disconnected from a lot of the things I've got going on. I don't know if I'm overworking myself or just, not getting the results that I'm hoping for. There are definitely things that I'm grateful for. It does seem like in the streaming community, I'm doing okay. I mean, I've been trying to work the Spotify algorithm to get it to push me out to more artists, to more listeners. And that does seem to be something that's happening. The algorithm picked up my song, You Were Always There, and was pushing that out on Spotify radio pretty heavily. And then right as that kind of started to die down, I released my song Better Off Alone. And that song got picked up by Release Radar and got pushed out really hard. And so I've been able to maintain a pretty steady stream of like 3,000 or so monthly listeners for the past like 5 or 6 months, which is really cool. But what's also awesome is, seeing that the song is being saved, seeing that people are listening to it more than once. It's kind of, it's one of them things you can't really explain it. You just kind of hope for it and be grateful when you get it. Get those little spurts of the system working for you instead of against you. Because that's the real struggle these days for a lot of artists. There's so many musicians and bands and people putting stuff out, and you kind of get lost in the noise. So the hope is you put something out that's good enough that it cuts through, and I think Better Off Alone's definitely, it's one that I wasn't sure would do okay, because it's not super, it's not like up tempo really, like it's kind of got it's more of like a groove to it, but it does hit pretty hard, and I think the lyrical content is pretty strong too. Kind of uplifting, kind of empowering, and so I'm glad to see that one do well. But I've now released 3 of the new songs off the new record, and over the next couple months I'll release 2 more of the new songs, and then the full album will be out July 21st. And I hope you enjoy it. So go listen to what I got going on now. And back to what I was saying. So I've been, just kind of struggling to get that motivation back, and sometimes you're just on a roll and you're kicking butt and not really thinking about it, and the next thing you know, you kind of hit a brick wall and you just got to stop for a minute and regroup. And I've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got some podcast guests I'm trying to get lined up. Lately, I've just been kind of letting a lot of things take up more time than it should, which has been kind of leading to me not making time to interview people, which I do really enjoy doing. But I think I've got some really cool people lined up to come in. Some people I know, some people I don't know. Some people that are doing really cool things right now. I'm hoping that they'll bring some really cool stories and really inspirational messages and stuff with their music and their life story, and you'll all enjoy it. But aside from that, I'm thinking about doing some more educational type videos where I talk about kind of some of the things I've been doing to try to grow my audience and reach new people. Obviously, there's tons of YouTube channels out there with really great stuff, really great learning educational videos of how to navigate, today's market of reaching people. But, there's a couple things I've done, and I think that it's been helpful, and hopefully some other people can have better luck than me. I don't always think that what I'm putting out there is the greatest thing. You kind of hope that it will resonate with people, but, more often than not, it's the things you don't expect to hit well that do hit well. And so I'll try to share some of my experiences with you in the hopes of giving you the tools for success. I've got an album I'm about to wrap up with Tony Corelli at the Deep End Studio. 8 new songs, some real bangers in there, as well as I've got about 4 songs that are almost done at Mystery Ton Studios. My buddy Kenny Eaton's got a really cool studio out near Frederick. We've been working on some new songs. There's probably going to be about 8 songs from that record that will be coming out probably sometime next year. And yeah, keep working at what you're doing. Check out more local artists. If you want a fun game, tell me some artists that you like, and I'll try to give you some local artists that I think are into your genre. Always looking to connect people and help people out. So, stay safe out there, people. It's crazy times we're in, but I think there's still a lot of love out there, and we can get through it together. So that's all I got for this one. Stay safe, people. Have a good one.